Hi everybody, Desmo here. Private League events are launching tonight. Even though we've been in the same meta for almost a year, it's still a good idea to look at the top League start builds, especially since each event has its own mechanic. By the end of the video, I'm gonna give some global recommendation, but before that, let's dig into the builds. And let's begin with the elephant inside the room, Lightning Strike. No surprise there, it's been dominating the meta since the very first day of Settlers. It is incredible in many aspects. High DPS, good defense, good clear speed. With Lightning Strike, you have it all. Trickster or Slayer, you cannot go wrong. It's a very good league starter, easy to go through the campaign, it's gonna get you through the endgame with very few uniques that are extremely cheap. Think about the White Wind, Heat Shiver or the Taming for instance. But if you want to push the build further, you can invest into a good elemental claw setup, or you can also invest into energy shield stacking. I have a build guide for that setup, and this is revolving around Ephemoral Edge. Next build on the list is Hexblast. Hexblast is extremely strong and probably the highest DPS on League Start. There is a few reasons for that. The first is that it's supposed to be a very slow spell with very low cast speed, but you hijack this downside by using mines, which completely ignore the cast speed. On top of that, the skill is resisted by the lowest resistance. If you want to go for this build, I would recommend to follow Ventra's guide. And by the way, in the description of this video, you can find the link for all the builds that I'm gonna mention today. Next on the list is going to be Ice Nova Frostbolt Hierophant. Ice Nova build is one of the strongest of settlers. It's a very good league starter, easy to build and with very good endgame outcome. The good thing for this build is that you don't need to change too much your setup from the early game to the end game. You're just focusing on stacking as much mana as you can with a few uniques that are going to make your life so much easier. If you want to go for that build, there is two content creators that I would recommend. Both are really good and each of them is going to be linked in the description of this video. Since we are speaking about Dizaran, there is another build from him that I would recommend. And this is Lacerate of Haemorrhage Gladiator. This build is a good fit for people who likes to be tanky early on, who likes melee archetype and damage over time with bleed. This build can take you through the entire game and it feels really nice to have the Endless Explosion for clearing. For the next build, as always, I'm gonna recommend Righteous Fire by Pox. Righteous Fire is still and probably will ever be one of the most iconic skills of Path of Exile. Pox has been updating this build for as far as I can remember, and this is probably the most documented build in Path of Exile. It feels so satisfying to just walk around and kill everything around you without lifting a finger. It is not necessarily on top of the meta, but this is definitely a good league starter and a strong endgame farmer. Alright, since they are still available for a few events, I'm gonna recommend two builds for alternate Ascendancies. The first one was my absolute favorite for free share event and I got a build guide for this one. This is Cast When Damage Taken, Servant of Archamge. It is absolutely amazing due to its unique gameplay. You want to get hit as much as you can and the more you get hit, the more damage you deal. And on top of that, you are going to be absolutely impossible to kill. There is a few unique required to start this build, but they are not too expensive and you can definitely start as a Righteous Fire and use Fox build guide to get there. And I'm gonna recommend one last build, but this one is not gonna be a league starter. This is very endgame, and this is Molten Strike of the Zenith, Life Stacker, Ancestral Commander. This build is extremely powerful. This is also very tanky, and it can take everything down in the game in a snap. It's gonna take a lot of investment to get there, so definitely if you want to go for that one, you should farm a lot of currency beforehand. I also have a guide for this build, so if you want to check out this build, follow the link in the description. Alright, this is almost the end of the video, but before leaving you, I would like to give you some more recommendations. Try to pick a build and a farming strategy that will work well with the private league options that you will run. For example, this is not the best idea to go for Settlers plus Affliction and to go run Sanctum or Heist since the event mechanic will be in-map. One last word, we've never had a meta lasting so long. That means that we have a very good idea of what is working, what you need to get your build completed. We have all the numbers, so make sure to take advantage of the data that was accumulated over the year to make the best of this event. And that is it for today. I don't know why Chris told me that you should like and subscribe, so up to you, and until my next video, take care of yourself and bye!